We are here today at the Portobello Road Festival, and it's the documentary night. I'm lucky enough to have with me here today Amy Hansen, director of the documentary Small Steps Nicaragua. And Amy,
hi.
Could you tell us more about both the documentary and your project?
Yeah, so Small Steps Nicaragua is a documentary we filmed on the rubbish dumps in Nicaragua last year, delivering aid projects to the children living on or around scavenging on the rubbish dumps. It's our third documentary. We've also done projects and documentaries in Cambodia, East Timor and across India.
Okay, and what was it we saw in your documentary today?
Well, the documentary is just about how difficult it is for the children to survive on the rubbish dumps and how they are stuck in a situation without any of the tools to enable them to get out of their poverty. And so the idea of it being small steps is that we equip the children with the tools, be that shoes or school supplies, and they need to take small steps out of the dumps, out of poverty and into education.
Now that you mentioned shoes and the name Small Steps,
that's right.
In the documentary it seemed to be very important that these children were equipped with shoes.
Yeah. Well, originally when I first went to a rubbish dump and I was wearing Wellington boots, and all the kids kept running up to me asking me to give them my shoes, and so I worked out how many people there were, and there were 900 people, and I thought, okay, shoes cost what, £2-3? That's doable. That's a couple of £1,000. It would mean that all of those children don't cut their feet, burn their feet. You know, they get really injured feet, which then turns into infection, which then completely paralyses and stops them being able to do anything. So by doing something quite simple, a thing that we all take for granted, which is just providing someone with a pair of shoes, it can actually help them do so many other things. And in this film in Nicaragua, a lot of the schools, the children aren't actually allowed to go to school without school shoes. So in this project we provided school shoes, but we do the shoes on a dump by dump basis, so we do and provide what they need and what they ask for. A lot of it is about shoes, and we do a lot of marketing about the shoes, and we do the London Celebrity Shoe Auction, where we try and get people with way too many shoes to donate their shoes so we can provide shoes for people that need them. But that's just the surface of the charity, because underneath we also provide clothes, food, emergency aid, medical care, outreach projects, but we kind of focus on the shoes for the sake of the films and the marketing.
And how long has the project been going on, and what kind of results have you seen so far?
It's been going on for about 3 years, and we've delivered projects to about 10 different rubbish dumps, and I guess the best thing is seeing some of the children leave the dumps and start going to school.
And are there any projects on the road? We saw in the documentary that you're collaborating with a lot of the local projects as well.
Yeah, so we try wherever we can to work with projects on the ground, and then, you know, if we find a project or a shelter, we try and direct the children into that, and then we'll fund that centre to be able to take on more children. Nicaragua was a particularly difficult one because we're a non-religious organisation, and most of their organisations are missionaries, so it was hard for us to work with them, but we don't always have that problem, and it's great to be able to work with other organisations, and when there are no organisations there, we do it by ourselves.
Now, charity isn't an easy project. Are there any particular problems you bang your head against?
Yeah, I'd say funding is a huge problem. It's really difficult to find money for salaries or flights or things like that other than aid, and that makes it difficult because we're always relying on volunteers, and often a volunteer can just not turn up or decide they don't want to come in, so that makes it quite difficult for us not to be able to have staff.
And for our viewers, how is it possible for them to get in touch and help out with the project?
Well, we're always looking for people that have different skills that they can contribute, because the idea of small steps is that if everybody takes a small step together, we're allowed to make a change. And so what we try and do is get people to donate their skills, and that could be admin, that could be emailing, that could be filming, editing, music, writing. So we're always looking for people who have time that they want to say they want to donate their time and skills.
Is there a website or similar they can get in contact with?
Yeah, there's a website which is www.smallstepsproject.org, and anyone that wants to get involved, please drop us an email. We're always great to hear from you.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.